And now I don't know how to fit hot and rhyme into his name, but Shawn Ashmore, who the ladies have just been all morning like, oh my God, hey, it's so hot. He's on the phone right now. Shawn, good morning.
Good morning. How are you, man?
I'm good, aside from the fact that nobody will speak to me about me this morning. It's all just about you. We've got a female intern in here now, and she, instead of being like, oh, I want to get with the boss, now it's all like, oh, Shawn Ashmore.
Well, that's nice to hear on my end. So thanks for that.
Yeah, she said anything you need her for, she will fly out to Los Angeles or New York or wherever. So just know that if you're ever desperate, we got a lady.
If I ever need anything, okay, that sounds awesome.
Let's talk a little bit about Mother's Day. This is a movie. It's a little confusing. The movie came out a while ago, but now it's coming out on DVD right around Mother's Day. It's not a nice movie to buy for your mom for Mother's Day. There's a lot of confusion here. Set the story straight.
Okay, well, first of all, I feel like when I first told people about Mother's Day, they thought it was like Valentine's Day or New Year's Eve, like one of those like romantic comedies. Exactly. It's not that movie. So first of all, let's get that straight. And Mother's Day is basically, it's a thriller. It's a horror film. It's super suspenseful. It's basically about this sadistic family who, rob banks, and one of these bank jobs go wrong, and these three brothers go back to their childhood home to try and hold up because one of the brothers has been shot. When they get there, their mother isn't there. They realize that their home has been foreclosed on and repossessed by yuppies who are throwing like a birthday party in the basement. And so they come crashing in and basically hold everybody hostage. And it's a movie about, what people will do to survive, basically. And so it gets pretty nasty. And it's a lot of fun.
So it's a good movie to buy for your mom, like if you plan on murdering her in the basement in the next few weeks.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't want to do that, don't give it to your mom or anybody that you know. But I think it's an amazing ride. And the thing that I really liked about this movie, too, when I read it, is that it's not your typical good guys, bad guys. Everybody is sort of a shade of gray. The people that are the hostages that are kind of supposed to be the good guys do some pretty nasty, evil stuff to survive. And by the end of the movie, what I loved about it is you're not really sure who you're supposed to be rooting for. You sort of see the traditional villain side of things, and you sort of, by the end of it, I was like, I'm not really sure who I'm supposed to root for, which is what I loved about the movie and what I loved about the script. So it puts a twist on sort of the traditional, good versus evil and that kind of stuff.
Very cool. I like on the cover of the movie, too, it names all the characters, and then at the end, you get to be the and. You get and
I know.
Shawn Ashmore. Like, that's like the bonus, like, and featuring... Like, that's big. Once you get the and, like, all those other people just kind of like, whatever, they're in the movie, but you get the and, like, here's the reason that you should come see this movie. That's pretty big. It's one of those things where... Was this one of those things, I gotta ask, where you did this movie and then you were doing like, you became just hot Shawn Ashmore and stuff, and then they're like, hey, we need to re-release this DVD and put your name on the front of it and have you market this for us so we can sell some more copies?
No, it wasn't that, actually. The way that this movie came around for me, actually, was the director of X-Men 3, Brett Ratner, produced Mother's Day. And so he called me up and said, hey, man, I have this really kind of cool remake, because Mother's Day is actually... a horror film from the 80s. And this is like a very loose remake of that. But he called me up and said, hey, man, we got this movie. We're interested. And that's how it came to be. So, no, this movie I made after the X-Men film.
Brett Ratner is a party monster. Do you party with him or just like a professional relationship?
Just professional. He's a great guy. We've hung out a lot, but I don't party too much.
Yeah, okay, because he gets a little wild. I think we've had him on the show before. I don't remember, but I think we've talked to him, and he was a little.
He's a great guy. He's super. Yeah, he's super funny. He's really charismatic. He's a good storyteller.
Yeah. Oh man, he's got plenty of stories to tell. Yes,
he does.
What do you hang out with anybody famous, or are you one of those guys that kind of likes to just like keep your normal friends, or do you have any friends that like obviously if you said their names we'd be like, oh, that's awesome?
Yeah, I think. I mean, I try to, and I have made friends with a lot of the people I work with. But yeah, to be honest, I have my friends here in LA. Half of them are actors. Half of them have nothing to do with the movie industry. And I don't know. That's kind of how I like it. I live in a quiet little area in LA. I'm pretty laid back, to be honest. So I don't do the big Hollywood party scene or anything like that. But I mean,
you can't say that like yesterday you played a little Sunday game of pickup kickball with Jonah Hill and Brad Pitt.
No. I don't have those. I don't have those stories.
Okay, you went hiking with Hugh Jackman and his baby or something.
No.
Okay.
No, I don't have exciting stories like that.
You need to get there, and I think you will. I think next time.
I'll work on it.
Next time we talk to you, I think you're going to have those stories. I want to hear about the Jonah Hill, Brad Pitt kickball game. That needs to be a life goal. But Shawn, the movie Mother's Day is out now. People can pick that up on DVD, and it sounds crazy and just kind of like a mind screwy type movie. But what's coming up in the future? What are you working on now?
Well, I've got a film called The Day, which is kind of a post-apocalyptic action movie that's coming out this fall, I think. Not for sure set date yet, but it stars Dominic Monaghan, who's in Lost and the Lord of the Rings movies, Shannon Sossamon, Ashley Bell, who was in The Last Exorcism, which I thought was like a really cool horror movie last year. And it is super intense, violent, brutal. And it's post-apocalyptic, so it's an action film basically, and that was really, really fun.
Right
and then
on.
I did this little movie called Mariachi Gringo, which is actually a musical, which is like a total departure for me, and not a musical like the characters break out in song, but my character's a musician, so
I see.
Did a lot of singing and stuff like that. So that was kind of different and fun for me, and I think that's coming out sometime this year as well. So just working away, just making little movies that I'm interested in, and yeah, it's just good.
There you go. Well, remember, if you need anything from any sort of a lady, we got one here in Billings who is ready to roll for you there, Shawn.
Thanks, man.
Congratulations on Mother's Day, and congratulations on everything else, too. Hopefully, we'll talk to you again very, very soon, and it's been great.
Hope so.
Thanks for taking the time, Shawn. Have a great morning. Bye-bye.
Thanks, man. You too. Bye.
The Big J Show. Weekday mornings from 6 till 10 on Billings' #1 hit music station, Hot 101.9.